So, can you tell me your name and what you do at the school?
So my name is Emma Cooper, and I am the deputy head at the Mendip School.
What does that mean? What kind of things do you do?
So what that means I do is lots of different things. I do a little bit of teaching, which is probably my favourite bit, and really my favourite bit is teaching little children. But it also means I do lots of jobs helping the children with their behaviour, helping the staff to help the children with their behaviour. That's really important for us, because one of the things that's really important for us at our school is that we help our children to understand some of the things that are tricky for them and help them to learn to support themselves with their behaviour and become really grown up. That's really important for us.
Okay, so it's a bit of a weird year, Emma, isn't it?
Really weird.
And normally we would do transition one way, and we're not going to talk about that today, but can you tell me what our plan is for transition this year?
So you're right, now it is going to look really different this year, and to start with we were a bit sad about that because we were really looking forward to meeting all our new children. But actually now we're really excited because we've got a new plan together and we're learning all sorts of new technology, which for us is really exciting. And also we're getting some of our existing children to help with that, which is also really cool. So what we're going to do differently this year is we're going to do a lot of virtual things, and that means that children might not be coming into school, but we will be meeting them on the computers and the iPads. So there'll be things like teachers will be calling mums and dads and children and students to have chats and get to know them, find out what the children like, what they don't like, what they might be worried about coming to school, but also what they might be really excited about. And we're really looking forward to talking to the children about all the amazing things that happen at the Mendip School and how we can really help children to get more independent and learn lots of things and also make friends and meet all of the staff. So we're doing that on the computer. Hopefully, if these videos work well, we are going to do lots of videos introducing you to all the staff at the Mendip School. So we might be doing videos like this, we might read some stories, we might have some chats, and you can get to know us as a team without actually meeting us, but seeing us on the computer. Another really cool thing we're doing is at the Mendip School, we've got VR headsets, which is super cool, and the children love them. But we are going to be making a virtual tour of our school. So when you're at home on your computer, you can imagine you're at the Mendip School by having a virtual tour, and that will include the classrooms, the playground, the hall, all the different areas of the classroom, the school. So even though you're not coming in, you'll get to see everything that's exciting about the school.
So tell me, what are the classrooms like?
So one thing I think that's really good about the Mendip School is all of our classrooms look more or less exactly the same. So the primary and the secondary are along two corridors, and all of the classrooms are the same. And I think for lots of children who we work with, that's really good for them, because I know one of the things they find tricky is going from one room that's different to another room, and the lighting might be different and the sounds might be different. But in our school, it's quite similar. But the children are also involved in making the classrooms how they like them. So for some of our children, they like a workstation or a quieter space in the corner of the room. And some of our children like to work with their friends at a table. And that's okay here, that we do what we need to do to help all of the children. One of the things we do that might be different than some of our children's other schools is that we try and have quieter, calmer places. So we don't have lots of busy things on the walls and lots of displays and lots of colours. We try and keep it really calm and neutral. And we know that that really helps a lot of the children that we work with to feel calm and not feel overwhelmed. And that's a really important part of our school.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So tell me about some of the adults in the Mendip School, what the adults like.
So I know what I like most about our school and all the adults, that all the adults are friendly and welcoming, and most of all, they will really care about you, and they will really care about you and your family getting the most out of our school. I think another thing to know is that all of our adults really like each other as well as the children, and being at the Mendip School is a fun place to be. We don't use the terms like Mrs. Hannah or Mrs. Cooper. Everybody's called by their first name, so teachers and teaching assistants. And we're a really big team. So if you come to our school, you'll get to meet the teachers, you'll get to meet us as the senior leadership team, the teaching assistants, the site team, the kitchen, the offices. It's a really big family, and that's really important to us as well, that not only do you as a child come in or young person enjoy coming to our school, but also all the adults enjoy coming to school, and that makes it a really happy place to work.
Yeah, it does. And I like the fact that it doesn't matter who you go to in the school. You can go to the office, you can go to the site team, you can go to Bill, you can go to James, you can go to anyone, and all of the adults will talk to you in the same way, and they will treat you the same, and you know that you'll get the same responses from everyone. That's really important too, isn't it?
Really important. And I think our children feel really secure about that, don't they? That they know if they do something really excited or really happy or really positive, we'll treat them in the same way. And then if they're having a tricky time, we'll also treat them in the same way. So it's really predictable.
Yeah, they know what's coming. So what are the children like here then, Emma? Because that's a bit of a worry for some of us, isn't it?
Well, people always laugh at me because I say our children are truly delicious.
They are.
They are. And
we don't eat them.
We don't eat them, but they are deliciously lovely. So we've got, in September, we're going to have about 144 students, aren't we? Which is the biggest number we've had, but we're really excited about that. So we've got lots of different children in our school, but everybody's a big community together. So we have children who are 4 all the way up to children who are 19. And one thing that's a bit different about our school is that in some schools you might not see the younger children or you might not see the older children, but we think it's really important that everybody learns to be together. Yeah. So sometimes the older children might work in the reception class, for example, if they want to, and that's really exciting. But also they see each other on the playground and at lunch. It's much more of a big school all together rather than different ages. Yeah. And I think we've got lots of children who've got loads of really amazing talents and are really interesting. Lots of our children and young people really like computers and things like Minecraft, and they talk about that a lot. Yeah. And lots of other children have different interests, but what's really important to me as our school is that we value everybody. Yeah. And everybody's equal, regardless of whether you're someone who find talking and interacting with people really difficult, or whether you're really good at that, but actually you find it really difficult to manage your behaviour. That's okay in our school. Being you is okay. We want to see you and we like you and we're going to really enjoy working with you. However tricky you might find certain things, I can pretty much say that I think nearly every child that comes to the Mendip School loves it.
Yeah, I think so. And I think one of the things I really like about the fact that our kids all mix together is that the older children, the older ones, when they get to 15, 16, they've been where the little ones are. They found the things hard that the little ones have found hard. And sometimes it's really nice for them to be able to share that experience with the little ones, and the little ones then know that it will be okay. And they one day be a big, grown-up, sensible young person. And I really like that too. So what's different about the Mendip School?
That's a really interesting question, Nat, because in many ways we're quite similar to lots of other schools. Yeah. But then in other ways we're really different as well. So one of the things that's quite different for us is not everyone has their own teaching assistant like some children have in mainstream. We really work hard to make everyone be as independent as possible. So our children will have staff in their room who are their most familiar adults, but they'll also work with everybody across the whole school. So independence for us makes a real difference, and that's a different part of our school. As I said earlier, we don't have lots of busy things around our rooms. Our corridors are wide and quiet and open, and we call that supporting our children's sensory needs, which means that we try and help them not to be overwhelmed. Yeah. Another thing that's really different about our school is all of our staff are really experienced in working with children who've got additional needs, and they really understand why some of our children find things tricky. And that really helps our children to feel secure and happy because they understand that someone knows why they're doing that. But also we work really hard to help our children with how they're feeling, their self-esteem, their mental health. That's really, really important to us. And we always say at the Mendip School that children who are happy will learn, and that's always the most important thing. Can you think of anything else now that's different about our school?
I think people get very excited when they know that we've got lots and lots of animals at our school.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. So we love animals at the Mendip School.
Too much, maybe.
Too much. So we have chickens, and they often will be running around the classroom. And one of the things I really love about the Mendip School is you might go outside and there's someone sitting on a bench cuddling a chicken, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I love that. We also get eggs from our chickens, which is really cool, and our children get to help. But we also have Chica, who's our school dog, but very excitedly, in the last few weeks, we decided that actually poor Chica's quite getting on a bit now, isn't she? She's 10 and she's getting a bit tired. So we decided that we wanted to get more dogs because they are really, really valuable in our school, and our children absolutely love going for walks with the dogs. So we are getting or have puppies.
Yeah.
So I have a puppy and her name is Heidi, and she's been coming into school, and I'm going to do another video with her later so people can meet her. And we hope that we'll be able to do lots of things like reading with dogs and having hugs. And do you want to say anything about yours, Nat?
Oh, I'll do a video about mine later.
Okay.
But we also have guinea pigs as well, don't we?
Oh, I forgot about the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
So we've got guinea pigs. And the other thing is, because we are in the countryside, there's animals everywhere.
Yeah.
So you'll be in the playground, there's a field full of sheep, and then the lady down the road's got a horse, and she sometimes rides it around the field next door. So animals are a really big part of our school, and it makes it a really lovely place to be because it feels a bit like a family.
Yeah, it does. It's lovely, isn't it? We did have snakes at one point, but I think they've gone, have they? Have the snakes gone?
I think the snakes might be in one of the classes, but I'm not sure they're here full time.
Okay.
Part-time snakes.
Part-time snakes. Okay. Is there, so Emma, for parents, mums, dads, people who look after at home, what's the first thing they can expect from the Mendip School in terms of transition?
So very soon we will send all parents and carers a letter which will outline what we're going to do about transition this year and how it's going to look different than it will do normally. And that will explain all about the virtual meetings. One thing that's going to be a bit different is we usually have like a new parents evening for all of our families so that we get to meet the mums and dads and carers as well as the children. But we're going to do that virtually this year. We've been doing that a lot and we've got quite good at that, I think. So that's quite an exciting way. So I know that lots of our parents will probably be feeling quite apprehensive about potentially their children not being able to come in for transition. But we really hope that doing things virtually through meetings with the parents, their previous settings, any other professionals that your child might have been working with, we do feel that we're going to be able to offer a really clear transition package. But also, you know, we're following government guidelines on a day-to-day basis, and that's ever changing. We hope that children will be able to come in September, but we're not 100% sure of that yet. But I want to reassure parents that actually your child might have come through lots of virtual things and are really getting to know us, but it might not be exactly the time for them to start full-time in September, and that is okay. In the Mendip School, we don't have a one-size-fits-all. We will be looking at each individual case and talking to parents and carers and saying what's going to work best for your young person. Is that starting full time when we're back open to everybody, or is that coming for a day a week, or is that coming for a 2-week period of transition and then starting full time? We're very flexible to make it work for your individual child. So I just would like to say to parents, please don't worry about that. We do understand, and we will work with you and set a plan with you because you know your child best.
Yeah. I think that's it, Emma, unless there's anything else that you would like to say.
No, I just would like to say that I'm really looking forward to meeting all of our new children for next year. It's always a really exciting time for us.
Yeah,
and new staff that we might have starting with us as well. So it's going to be really fun. And I just want to say to all the young people and children, actually the Mendip School is a brilliant place to be. The staff love coming, the children love coming, and I'm pretty sure that you will love coming too.
Yeah, and it will be okay.
It will be okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Emma.
No worries.
Thank you for taking the time to speak to us today.
It's very fun. See you later.
See you later.